this slide as well. This is our Adaptive Cybersecurity Ecosystem. I'm not going to spend too much time on here, but this is a really nice way to see what sort of products we're offering these days. We've broken them into endpoint security, network security, cloud security, and email security. All of them can be managed within our cloud management platform, Sophos Central, and all of them, including these third-party integrations, plug into this data lake. And that is just our centralized cloud repository that we use to store telemetry and generate detections for detection and response solutions like XDR and MDR, which is the one we're going to be talking about today. The other quick thing I'll point out on this slide is the Sophos XOps banner. So that is a new umbrella term that we're using to highlight over 500 different security professionals that work here at Sophos, and they are our AI and data scientists. They are our threat researchers at Sophos Labs, which is a tier 1 threat research agency, and also our security operations professionals, so our analysts, our incident responders that fall under that managed services banner. And all of those teams work together to improve the efficacy of our own products and services and ensure that we are constantly pushing the boundaries of what we can do from a protection standpoint, but also from an investigation and response standpoint as well. Now, before I jump into MDR, I just want to quickly frame the sort of differences around all these sort of different acronyms, because I know there's a lot of them flying around in the technology space and they can get a little bit annoying to hear. They're all very similar. So I thought I'd break them down a little bit and explain what each one is. So the first thing I'll cover off is protection. That is sort of endpoint protection, server protection. We call it next generation endpoint protection these days, but historically that's sort of your antivirus. And that is the agent that's just going to sit on the endpoint or the server, and that's going to detect and block the majority of threats that appear on that endpoint or server. That protection does a very good job, especially here at Sophos. We have a product called Intercept X Advanced. But the thought behind detection and response is that you need to be able to see all the activity on those devices that is potentially malicious or suspicious activity. And then you need to have a way to investigate and respond to that activity. Because if an attacker is persistent enough and skilled enough, no matter what protection technology you have in place, they're going to find a way to get around that technology and complete their goals like a ransomware attack. So you need something like an XDR solution. And that is where you are investigating all of these detections. You're determining if these alerts are false positives or if they are legitimate threats. And then you are fully responding to these threats and ensuring they're cleaned up across your environment and there can't be a sort of reoccurrence of that event. And then MDR is essentially where Sophos does that for you. So we are looking at these detections on your behalf. We're investigating them on your behalf. And then we are also responding to these alerts on your behalf to ensure that these attacks cannot progress through to a full-blown ransomware attack, and you're going to stay protected on a 24/7 framework.